Hi folks, welcome back to Fallout 4. So those watching and were wondering why we're doing this again, it's because I'm actually going to do this as a separate series from the main one that we have been doing. This is entirely dedicated to sim settlements, and now that we've got chapter 2 and it's all been proper updated and I've ran through it a few times and it works fine, I thought now would be a good time to do it from the start. So yeah, it took me a while to get Jake to spawn, but you know, we finally got there. He is now around waiting for us to talk to him. So without further ado, enjoy some settlements with the whole story. We'll go all the way through chapter 1, work on some settlements, and then do chapter 2 and whatever we need to do. Yeah, because I believe chapter 3 is to come out at the same time, the same year, so it'll be out this year hopefully. So I'm hoping by the time we've ran through chapter 1 and 2, chapter 3 will be nearby. So enjoy the playthrough.
You, hear my broadcast?
You're sharp. Yeah, I heard your broadcast. Sounded as if you were starting some kind of settlement. Is that about the right of it?
That's right.
Well, in that case, I've got something you might be interested in. Here, catch. It's called an ASAM sensor. If you're gonna be building settlements, these things are what you'll want to use.
Okay. Care to elaborate?
I think a demonstration is in order. Place that ASAM down on the ground somewhere. Go ahead. Any old spot will do.
Mama Murphy, can we talk?
I know what you're gonna ask me, June. I've seen it. And there's nothing I can do for you.
But you have the sight. It has to be able to...
Nicely done.
You can't
Don't
talk
mind
to
the
dead,
ASAM.
kid.
It's just scanning
Even
the area for
sight has
materials.
limits. I'm sorry.
Now for this next part, I'm gonna pretend to be a settler who's come to work for you. So just play along, all right? Boy, I sure am glad I found this settlement to live in. But oh no, there are no homes available. And I don't know how to build one myself. I guess I'll just have to rely on whoever runs this place to build a home for me.
Don't sell yourself short.
You're right. If only I had a little guidance, I could probably build something myself. But wait, what is this? Why, it's an ASAM! Just the thing I need!
What do you need it for?
That is a great question. See, with an ASAM, there's no barrier for entry when it comes to building something. All I'd need to do is follow the step-by-step instructions provided by the ASAM. Here, let me show you. Once you've placed down a sensor, your role in the construction is pretty much done.
Hey, I just wanted to introduce myself. I just wanted you to know that I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make this into a real home. So, is there anything you need me to get started on?
Not right now. Thanks.
Okay.
The directions that the ASAM provides are so easy to understand, even a savage could do it with no problem. right, just one more nail, and finished. And there you have it. A fully built home, ready for habitation by some lucky wastelander. And you barely had to lift a finger. Not too shabby, huh? So now that you've seen what they can do, what do you think? Are ASAM sensors something you might be interested in?
Yes. I'm really interested.
I thought you might be. Unfortunately, right now I only have the one sensor on me. However, I can provide you with more. And once you have more, I can show you even more stuff you could build with them. Homes are just the start. But first, I'm gonna have to ask for a little task done in return.
Of course. Just tell me what you need help with.
Alright, here it is. I got me a workshop in a town called Concord. Nice enough place, fairly quiet. Or at least it was. But just recently, I returned from a trade run to find the entire town overrun by raiders. And now I can't get near my workshop. A small group I could deal with, but there's too many for me to take on alone. So I'm gonna need someone to help take them out. So there it is. That's the job. You help me get rid of these raiders, I'll give you more ASAMs. And show you how to build even more stuff with them.
There's no need to worry. I already took care of those raiders.
You did? Huh. I need to go check this out for myself. Not that I don't believe you, but, you know. I'll meet you outside of Concord Hardware. Then we can discuss your payment. Oh, hey! I'll be honest, when you said you'd already taken care of the raiders, I had my doubts. But you were speaking the truth. All right. You held up your side of the bargain. The raiders have been dealt with. Now it's my turn to deliver. If you'd just like to follow me, we'll get you your ASAMs. Welcome to my workshop. Or at least what's left the raiders didn't smash.
Nice place you got here.
Despite the mess they made, it doesn't look like they took anything important. Most of my equipment is still here, including your reward. Here, one whole box of ASAMs to do with as you see fit. You earned them.
Happy to help.
That's not all. If you remember, I also promised to show you more things you could build with ASAM sensors. I'll meet you back at your settlement. Don't keep me waiting long now.
Some days are harder than others. But even the hard days get easier than the one before.
Excuse me.
All right, time to show you what else ASAMs can do. Now, generally speaking, people need a roof over their head, food in their bellies, and a place to be working. We already built a place someone could live. So if you're ready, let's move on to those other two things.
Okay. Show me.
All right. Place down a sensor again. But this time, we'll use one configured for food production. Go ahead. Just put it down wherever you like. Okay. I'm gonna take on the role of a settler again. Don't worry, I won't subject you to my bad theatrics this time. I just want to show you how easy this is. Now, I can't say I've got much of a green thumb, but thanks to the ASAM, that don't really matter. It'll tell your settlers where to dig, what to plant, when to harvest. Takes out all the guesswork. No fuss, no muss. Well, maybe a little bit of muss. I mean, I am getting covered in dirt. But how's that different to any other day in the Commonwealth? Okay, almost done.
Yes! Gone are the days of citizens complaining over those ever-increasing grocery store prices, thanks to Rutger brand ASAM sensors. Never has it been easier for citizens to grow their own mouth-watering produce. It's so simple, even the wife and kids will want to get their hands dirty. For the finest in homegrown food, look to Rutger brand ASAM sensors.
And there we have it. A fine plot of land ready for cultivation. This from the guy who once underwatered a cactus.
I like it.
Glad to hear. All right, we've built a home, a farm. Next thing is a place to work. You know, somewhere folks can perform a little industry. Gather scrap or do a bit of scavenging, that kind of thing. Go ahead. Put down an ASAM that's programmed for that. Okay, time for some industrial action. I'm on it. Looks like the sensors pre-selected a storage unit to build. That'll be useful. Now, any old fool can gather a pile of junk. But if you want settlements to grow, you need folks to gather useful building materials. And a storage unit will encourage people to do that. Wood, steel, maybe even a little asbestos to help keep warm. And don't be surprised if in time people start gathering even more useful stuff. last screw now. Righty tighty. And we're done.
Times are tough. There's no bones about it. Even useful people are starting to feel the pinch. But you can rely on Rocco to provide fulfilling employment alternatives. With just one handy-dandy Rocco brand ASAM sensor, citizens need never fear unemployment again. Able to legally gather and store useful materials, your citizens will wonder how they ever did without a Rocco industrial unit. Just one more in the long line of technological marvels brought to you by Rocco brand ASAM sensors.
Well, there we are. All basic necessities covered. Although folks won't be happy with the bare essentials forever. Eventually they will want more. Now it's up to you what type of ASAMs you put down, but do try and keep in mind what folks in your settlements will be needing.
Excuse me, hello. Don't shoot now, I don't mean no harm. I hope you don't mind the intrusion. I couldn't help but notice all the commotion. What are you two young'uns up to here? That is, if you don't mind me asking. Fixing up these buildings, are you?
Yeah. Something like that.
Actually, we just finished building these. Foundations, walls, everything.
Is that so? Built them by yourself, did you? Well, you two looking to settle down here, or...?
This settlement belongs to my friend here, not me. I was just demonstrating some construction techniques using this ASAM sensor.
Construction techniques? Using that gadget there? Sounds like Brahmin dung to me. Are you telling me you made all this using that gizmo?
That's right. We're rebuilding.
You say that as if building stuff is easy.
Hey, here's a suggestion. Why not offer the old-timer residents here? Let them experience the benefits of sensors firsthand. That is, if you'd be interested in staying here.
I'll admit, seeing you two build with those doodads did pique my curiosity. And it might be nice to settle down somewhere for a while. It is getting dangerous out there, especially for a scav past his prime. But, would an old man like me really be welcome here?
I'd welcome the help.
Okay then, you got yourself a deal. Old Paul is at your service. Now, if you'd excuse me a second, I want to check out this here sensor doohickey.
How about that? Your ASAMs have already attracted their first resident. With that, I'd say our exchange of services is complete. Enjoy your ASAMs. I'm sure you'll put them to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to the hardware store. Got a lot of important work to be getting on with.
What kind of work?
I've got some family matters I need to take care of. And personal stuff. I'm sure you understand.
It was good working with you.
Yeah, you too. I should get going. Oh, and good luck with your settlement.
Hey, where's that ASAM fella going? I wanted to ask him a few questions.
Well, if something's wrong, maybe I can help.
Maybe you could. You're the head honcho around this place, right? Well, I've got a request to make. You see, I noticed that there's a whole bunch of new people around here, so I'm thinking it might be best to put down a few more of these here censored thingamabobs. You know, to make sure everybody's got a home, a place to work, and not to mention enough food.
That's a good idea.
Well, I've been known to have a decent idea now and again. These ASAM things seem very impressive, but we can only make use of them if you place them down for us.
Don't take offense to Marcy. She's working through the loss in her own way.
Gonna make a delivery to your face!
All over me!
Need help here?
Stand still! You're going to regret that!
I gotcha! I had no choice.
Hey. Are you the one who put out the radio message? Is this your settlement? It's very nice. We had to leave our home. Everyone was getting sick. So, if you're looking for people and it's no trouble, well, we'd like to live here.
Of course. Go right ahead.
Oh, thank you. Don't worry. We're willing to work. Just let us know where you want us.
stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason to go beating the living daylights out of it.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason to go beating the living daylights out of it.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason to go beating the living daylights out of it.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason to go beating the living daylights out of it.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason to go beating the living daylights out of it.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Paul,
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Maybe you can talk some sense into the young lady.
I could have a chat with her.
It's this sensor thing. I want to build a store, you know, somewhere I could sell stuff, but it won't work.
A store? I don't think the sensors can build those. Can they?
Maybe.
You know who would know? That ASAM fella. Maybe you should go find him. Ask him what else these sensor flibbity-gibbets can do.
I'll go see him immediately.
Oh, well, that's great. In the meantime, I'll get the new arrivals settled. And hopefully prevent more property damage.
Good luck.
Yeah, that was interesting. I quite enjoyed that one. So yeah, we got you can see what I'm doing. I don't know why the foundations weren't spawning when I was putting them in the lower level, but usually when I build stuff, I put the foundations down anyway. So, oh, that's why, because I wasn't including the foundation. That's why. Right, now I know. I think I know. I think I just answered my own question. It's because I usually put the foundations down first before putting the plot down. That's why they weren't coming. And then that weird interaction, for some reason, Lily was hostile between the settlers. My only possible issue that could have triggered that was, well, in that house in particular, that's where the radroaches spawn. And I think what's happened is she's went to shoot one of the radroaches and she's accidentally shot one of the settlers, and because she doesn't count towards the, you know, the main game, they just started shooting at each other. But because she's marked as an essential, she can't die. So once she got back up, it cleared it. But yeah, an odd one to say, but you know, this game will have its bugs. Bethesda games always have bugs. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. When we come back, we'll head back down to speak to Jake about getting the new plot types, which we will then put down. Until then, take care. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Fallout 4 with some settlements. Goodbye for now.